will also be allowed to invest in securities, commodity, and financial derivatives. Shanghai plans to explore the launch of more exchange-traded funds linked to the technology industry. That's in addition to rolling out more real estate investment trust products. Other potential developments include a deepening of the Stock Connect schemes with Hong Kong and London. Another move by China to crack down on excessive risk and speculation, this time targeting retail investors. China's banking regulator has reportedly asked lenders to stop selling commodities futures-linked investment products to mom-and-pop buyers. It has also asked banks to completely unwind their existing books for such products already sold to individual investors. Regulators, they worry that these investors may get burnt by the recent volatility in commodity prices. Prices of many commodity futures have spiked in recent months, with some hitting record highs. That's driven by post-pandemic demand recovery, liquidity easing, and speculative trading. There are regulatory concerns about the risk of speculative bets. Last year, several thousand small retail accounts were wiped out due to losses from a crude oil-linked investment product marketed by the Bank of China. Bangladesh is the latest to bail Sri Lanka out of its worst foreign exchange crisis. The country's central bank has approved a $250 million currency swap deal. This is Bangladesh's first currency swap deal. Sri Lanka had appealed for help to shore up its foreign reserves. Now, Bangladesh will bail Sri Lanka using money from its reserves for a period of 3 months. Bangladesh boasts $45 billion in reserves thanks to its garment exports and record remittances by its overseas workers in recent years. Sri Lanka's GDP per capita is double that of Bangladesh, but it is battling a dollar shortage and debt crisis. Bangladesh's offer to bail out Sri Lanka comes 2 weeks after South Korea offered similar help. Sri Lanka secured a $500 million loan from South Korea then. And just a month before that, China issued a similar loan. China's central bank has also granted a $1.5 billion currency swap to finance imports from China. Sri Lanka is facing its worst downturn since independence. The COVID-19 pandemic saw Sri Lanka's economy shrink 3.6% last year. Xiaomi has posted a 55% surge in its first quarter revenue. Adjusted net profit rose 164%, both above analysts' expectations, nabbing market share from Huawei. It comes on the back of increased sales worldwide after the U.S. lifted a securities ban on Xiaomi. The chemical arm of South Korea's SK Group has announced plans to set up a copper foil factory in Europe. It's hoping to meet growing demand for the material, with car makers looking to tap on the electric vehicle market. Copper foil is an essential material for rechargeable batteries that are used in electric vehicles. SK Nexalis says Poland is a strong contender due to its geographical proximity to major battery factories. The Japanese government is expected to compile an extra budget near the end of the year to cushion the economic blow from the pandemic. An additional spending of $239 billion is expected on top of a record budget worth almost $1 trillion. The senior ruling party lawmaker Kozo Yamamoto made the announcement. The political heavyweight close to former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe first made the proposal at a party panel headed by the then leader. AstraZeneca and Japan's Nippon Corp have signed an agreement to supply the COVID-19 vaccine in Japan. Nippon, which makes syringes and medical devices, will bottle and package the country's AstraZeneca vaccine supply. A solution will be imported from the U.S. for now, but production will gradually shift to Japanese drug makers. Japan officially approved the shot last week. It has ordered 120 million doses, but there are no immediate plans to use the shot due to lingering concerns over rare cases of blood clots. And that's your business update. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, Liz. Sri Lanka is intensifying efforts to put out a fire on a container ship off the coast of Colombo. The Singapore-flagged vessel has been burning for 6 days. All 25 crew members, as well as firefighters, evacuated the ship after an explosion yesterday 2 people are injured. Several containers tumbled into the sea. The Express Pearl was carrying cosmetics and chemicals, including 25 tons of nitric acid. It was anchored off the Colombo harbour when it caught fire. India has sent ships and an aircraft to help with the firefighting efforts. For the latest on the situation, Darshana Ashoka Kumara joins us live now from Colombo. Darshana, what challenges are authorities facing in containing that blaze?
Yeah, the major challenge is that the roughness of the sea because of the Yas cyclone of the Bay of Bengal. And due to that situation, the roughness and strong winds have curtailed the operation at the Sri Lankan seas next to the Colombo ports. Sri Lanka Navy and the Sri Lanka Ports Authority have deployed their tugs and helicopters and all other equipment to douse the fire. But still it is going there, according to the latest reports, that the fire has spread closer to the main control room of the ship. And all the crew members were evacuated, and 2 out of them were injured, and they were admitted to the National Hospital of Colombo. And one found he tested positive for COVID-19.
Darshana, there are also concerns of a possible oil leak among all the other challenges. What are authorities doing to mitigate any environmental impact?
Yeah, authorities are taking measures to prevent some damages that could cause to the people there, and particularly people in Jail area and Negombo area, because this morning some metal scraps, plastics and snacks were drifted to the beach near to Negombo. And even we saw villagers from the area of Negombo, they were trying to collect some debris from there, and authorities stated that they issued strong warnings against them not to touch these items, because that could be dangerous and because of the heavy chemical situation. And no information has been found about how to tackle this problem, because the acidification of the seawater is highly possible with this leak, because we do not know what is the actual situation and what is the amount of leakage, or what is the quantity of leakage. Still, investigations are going there, and fishermen have been asked not to go fish in seas near to these areas because of the debris and all other chemical equipment, chemical items, and all other substances. Therefore, people are warned not to get contacted with these items, and investigations are going on.
Darshana, thank you very much for that update. Darshana Ashoka Kumara, they're reporting from Colombo.
Owner of the Express Pearl, a Singapore-based express feeders, says it's working closely with Sri Lankan authorities to save the vessel and cargo. It says specialized firefighting equipment from Europe has arrived and will be used in efforts to salvage the ship and its cargo. The company confirms there are no Singaporeans among the crew. It has informed the crew's family members of the incident and will keep them updated. Express Feeders is also in touch with customers about the status of the ship's cargo. It says it will share more once the fire has been put out and the ship is stabilized. And still to come. Those already vaccinated will soon no longer need to wear masks in South Korea. And Hong Kong prepares to launch cruises to nowhere for those fully vaccinated.
Should you use your CPF for property investment? Come to the Singapore Property Show 2021 to learn more from leading property market experts in 40 informative webinars. Our top flight speakers will be covering a wide range of topics to help you make a most informed decision. How do you make the most of your CPF for property investment? Are ECs still the golden goose? Is owning multiple properties only for the wealthy? What kind of property is in demand by district? Get these answers and more. Plus, stand to win